special day. It is a wonderful Monday. That means my partner in crime, my coach this morning, is actually Erin from Meadowview Healthcare Center. Good morning, Erin.
Good morning.
Happy Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a Monday. I can feel it, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. By phone, we do have our own joining us, and we're so glad to have her with us. We have Melissa Jeremiah from Hoosier Uplands. Good morning, Melissa.
Good morning.
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
Yay. Well, it's a little breezy outside, and, here's what my mom would always say. This looks like snow clouds out there. Those look like snow clouds. So they are talking a possibility, but I think it comes and goes, and then they say, well, no, it's going to go more north. So we'll see. Time will tell. Mm-hmm. But it is chilly. That wind's a little bit nippy out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd just rather not leave my house at this point.
Well, yeah. Well, we're glad to have everyone with us. Let's thank our sponsors, Erin, this morning.
We have Meadowview Healthcare, Walmart, Salem Crossing, Hoosier Uplands, Americans for Prosperity, Mama Rosa's, Fox Pirelli Wealth Management, Dr. Black's Eye Associates, and Dr. Mindy Gunn, Leader One Financial Equal Housing Lender.
Yay, thank you to our great sponsors. We're very proud of our sponsors. And today is the 18th day of December. Today is, this is so much fun. Answer the phone like your Buddy the Elf day. Okay, Melissa, you want to try it?
I love Christmas.
Okay.
I'm the man.
Okay, I say, Buddy the Elf, what's your favorite color? What about you, Erin? Let's hear you.
The only thing I can think of is Santa's coming. I know him.
Oh, there you go. Hey, everybody did good. I love that. Okay. Answer the phone like Buddy the Elf. I love that. This is also Baked Cookies Day. Melissa, you been baking any cookies?
No, I have not.
What about you, Erin?
Oh, I can't cook. I'm really not baking anything.
Well, I like to bake cookies. I've not had time this year, but the photo here shows you can't beat the good home cooked baked cookies. The cookie after you cook them out, make them out the cookie cutters and and all of that and decorate them. It's just so good. And I'm looking at this photo. I gotta quit looking at that. This is Flake Appreciation Day, and it shows a big snowflake. What about, let's ask, Melissa, can you actually, how you take a piece of paper and you cut out a snowflake? Can you do that?
I cannot anymore. I used to when I was a kid, but I forgot how.
What about you, Erin?
I'm not crafty at all either.
I used to be able to, but I'm kind of like Melissa. It's I don't know what happened. It's gone up and gone. It's gone. I don't know what, it left me. International Migrants Day. Okay. National I Love Honey Day. Melissa, do you love honey?
I do like honey.
All right. What about Erin?
I like honey.
I do too. The benefits of honey.
Mm-hmm.
And they always say that if you're going to, to eat honey or to make sure that it's more of the local honey.
Yeah.
Try to get it locally. So, I love honey.
But supposedly, I had heard, and I don't know if this is true or not, but that if you have allergies, that sometimes it can help with some allergies and things. But that's why they say to eat the local honey, because it has something to do with the pollination, the things the bees are pollinating has something to do with increasing your immunity to some things.
Right. Yeah. So eat some more honey.
Yeah.
Honey goes good in tea. I mean, you can just put it, I was thinking I've seen it they drizzle it on charcuterie boards and stuff, they drizzle honey.
Karen loves it on toast.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's so good. Yeah. National Ham Salad Day. What about you, Melissa? You like ham salad?
Yeah, I like ham salad.
All right. What about you?
I've never had ham salad.
Melissa, we got to take Erin out, okay?
There's a lot of things I need to try, apparently.
There we go. I like it. I've not had it forever, though. I mean, you don't see ham salad very much.
Yeah, I don't even think I've heard of it.
Yeah, it's good. I've just not had it forever. National Roast Suckling Pig Day. This is gross. I'm sorry. I can't do it. Can you do it, Melissa?
I don't think that sounds good, but it kind of reminds me of if they do a luau and they put the pig.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's
Old
exactly.
pig that I just don't like.
That's what the photo looks like. What about
The
you?
whole pig?
Yeah.
No.
No, I can't do it either. National Twin Day. All right. National Wear a Plunger on Your Head Day.
What?
I don't know. I don't make this up.
Hope it's clean.
Yeah, hopefully an unused one, right? I don't know. I was trying to think if it would be a costume, if you were making a costume or something. I don't know.
Well, I will add that this weekend we were looking for a new toilet seat, and so I was ordering one on Amazon. And so I found the one that I wanted, and it had the price, and it said, or you could have a slightly used one, and it's $15 less. And I'm like, who sells a used toilet seat? Anyway.
Wait, I am cracking up.
What?
Oh, my goodness.
It was on Amazon, I swear.
Used. Oh, my goodness. So that's hilarious. That's great.
But who only slightly uses a toilet seat?
I
You
know,
either use it or you don't, buddy.
And, I mean, and who's the one deciding how slightly used is? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who's making that? Oh, that one's just slightly used.
Yeah, it's going to have to be a no for me, then.
Yeah, I'm with you.
So,
Yeah.
I said, I paid the extra $15.
Yeah, I would too, Melissa. Wise move, yeah.
And who slightly used it?
And where did this, we need to know the background check of this person that slightly used this,
Well, and if you ordered it, because we have Amazon Prime, so we get the new toilet seat will be here tomorrow. If I would have gotten the slightly used toilet seat, it wouldn't be here till Thursday. So Jeff thinks somebody was having to remove it in their toilet.
Oh my goodness, we'll remove when ready.
Yeah.
Whenever you click, if you check this box, I will remove this.
Oh my God.
That's great. I know exactly what you're talking about. Like on some of the items, it'll say slightly used. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you can have that. But I'm never on a toilet seat. Now that one that takes the cake, Melissa.
Yeah, usually.
So don't buy the plunger from that person to put on your head.
Yeah, please do not. Yeah. No gifts like that for sure. That's great. Well, over the weekend we had the holiday tourney. I want to say congratulations to the Borden Braves. They took the victory, and they actually had some great games, and it was fun to listen to, and it was great entertainment for sure. So hats off to everyone involved in that. Borden hosted it, and Borden walked away with the trophy. Good for them. Congratulations to them and the Braves. They played good, and they have a great team down there, a great program. But so does Eastern, so does West Washington and Salem. So, just still early in on the basketball. Then we also had the parade that went around the square, and hats off to everyone that participated in that. It was dark, and the lights, it was pretty. It was a pretty parade.
Yeah.
So, nice parade. I'm trying to think of anything else going on. Just a lot of activities going on. For sure. And we're on to the 18th day tonight. We have the Clippers at the Pacers. Tip-off will be at 7 p.m. Pre-game starts at 6:30 on Wslm. Tomorrow, Tuesday, Morehead State will be at IU. 6:30 for tip-off, 5:30 pre-game on Wslm. And then Wednesday night, we will not have Coach's Corner due to the Salem Lady Lions will be in action. They'll be playing New Albany at 7:30. So we will not have Coach's Corner when we have games. So there we go. All right, so that's a little bit of weekend sports, and also a week from today, Melissa and Aaron, Christmas.
Mhm.
Aaron just got real big eyes, Melissa. She's like, ah.
Yeah.
I know. I kept bearing good news, right?
I finally.
We did our Christmas. We gave the grandkids their Christmas stuff last weekend, so we're done.
Oh, was that wonderful? Was it great?
Well, Maddie helped me wrap, and so we wrapped them all, took them to the house, and then they don't actually open them until Christmas.
Oh.
We have plans to be out of town, so we're gonna we've completed Christmas.
Melissa, that's fantastic. That is wonderful. Good for you. Yes. And it's quite a job wrapping, getting everything wrapped.
Now, it was nice having Maddie, because she's 15, so she's a very good helper.
Everybody needs a Maddie. Maddie does a lot. Like, you and her do a lot. Yeah, she's a good helper for sure. Well, let's. What were we going to talk about today, Melissa, from Hoosier Uplands?
I thought we would talk about counting your blessings.
Ooh, I
last week or last month we talked about more like things you were thankful for, but we kind of thought that it would be good to kind of continue that theme, but I've switched it over to be counting your blessings. And I have a homework assignment that I'd like to give everyone.
Ooh, I love that.
I think everyone needs to watch the movie White Christmas from 1954 with Bing Crosby and Rosemary Clooney. And one of the songs they sing is Count Your Blessings Instead of Sheep. And it says, when I'm worried and I can't sleep, I count my blessings instead of sheep, and I fall asleep counting my blessings. And so I thought that kind of went with today, and I think it would be good for people to kind of take that to heart.
I've probably already watched it 5 times this year. I love that one. It's one of my favorites. And I know exactly the song. That is exactly right. And a lot of times you'll watch movies and you hear the songs, but are you really taking it in? And if you listen to the words of those songs, I mean, there's some really good, deep meaning in those.
No, there is.
Yeah, I love that. That's a good assignment, and I will take you up on that, Melissa. I will do my homework.
Yeah, if you tell Becky to watch the Christmas movie, she's doing it.
I am. You don't have to twist my arm. I'll be over there watching it. Yeah, that's great. So let's talk about. A lot of times, I guess we get too busy. Don't you feel?
I think that we do, and I know that sometimes when people get a little, whenever they get down and things are maybe not going the way that they had planned or had hoped, it's easy sometimes to focus more on those things instead of the blessings. And there was a study that was done in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology, and they've discovered that if you record daily positive experiences in a journal, that it affects your positive affect, which your affect is the way that like the way that you appear to others. Like some people have like a positive affect, some people have a negative affect. And they suggested that grateful responses to life can lead to peace of mind, happiness, physical health, and deeper, more satisfying personal relationships. So I thought that it wouldn't hurt to, start this journey of looking for the daily positive experiences.
I love that. And it's funny, not funny as in ha-ha, funny as in odd, that like you can have that positive and start off, things can just be, and then that one negative can take so much presence and take over almost all that positive that you've had going.
Yeah, that's true. Or it's like then it kind of snowballs because, if you're starting to feel negative about one thing, and then it kind of sets the mood, and so then it doesn't take much for that second thing to happen and that third thing to happen, because it's like that you're more looking at the negative instead of the positive. Whereas if you were reversed it and we're looking at the positive, there's a lot of positive out there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, and either one can snowball. Either you can take it the positive snowball or the negative snowball. However you want to look at it.
And I think that sometimes email is part of the reason for some of the negative, or it could also be the positive, but I think it tends to go toward the negative, because if somebody sends you an email, since you're not face-to-face with the person, so like they could just be sending just an innocent email that doesn't really mean anything negative, that you're maybe feeling negative that day, or maybe you don't necessarily think highly of the person sending it, or you've had bad past experiences with that person or something, and you'll read things into it that weren't really there.
That's true. And I've always said that even with text messages, sometimes like you can't hear the tone of the person. It's always hard, like when you're trying to tell, they're asking maybe a question and you're trying to either text them or email them, but you want them to know that your tone is not bad. Sometimes it's hard to be direct, or and then not come off as not a nice message.
Or maybe like if I sent you a message asking you to do something, and I was kind of already in a little bit of a snarky mood that day, and then you sent back to me, okay, you may just be saying, okay, or okay,
Yeah.
and I take it, okay, and it's like, I'm like, well, now she's being snotty, and you're really not. It's
Yeah.
just, you said, okay, and I interpreted it that you were not wanting to do it, but you were going to do it anyway.
Right. And I think you bring up a good point on that, even going a little bit further, is that sometimes, like, you're in the middle of something, you know what I mean? No one understands that, you know what I mean? Like, if you don't, you're responding quickly, like, okay, got it, or, you know what I mean? Or the thumbs up, you know what I mean? They said that, I heard someone say that if you could receive a thumbs up, that's very rude, like a,
Oh.
yeah, and I'm like, that's not rude to me, you know what I mean?
Me either.
You know what I mean? Okay, got it.
Yeah.
And that's just because maybe you're in the middle of something. Maybe you've got a life going.
Especially when you're
No, I don't. I would take the thumbs up to be like, real good. Or,
Me too. I would take it as a good thing.
Me too. But I heard someone say that they took it as like a gesture, like a whatever, not a nice gesture. But I'm like, I don't get that one either. And I'm just just saying what someone had told me, because then it's hard to remember too, because who likes what and who doesn't, you know what I mean? Because like some people don't like the the images, you know what I mean? What am I trying to say? Like if you send something funny,
like memes and
yeah,
stuff?
the memes. Some people don't like those, and then some people love those. So you need a chart.
Walk on eggshells.
Yeah, walk on eggshells and have a chart of who likes what and who doesn't. And don't give a thumbs up to this person.
No, thank you.
oh, it's just too hard sometimes.
I know. I'm just gonna say, just take me as I am. It's all I can do. You know what I mean?
But if I text you like, hey, so and so, can you help me with this? And you sent me a thumbs up, I would be like, okay, she's gonna do it, or she got my message. I don't see that being a negative, but I guess people take things differently. But when someone's busy, you can't really read into what they reply back to you. I would rather you just send a short, okay, that you got my message, than just never hear from you, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and sometimes that's all you can get. you know? Yeah. So I was at a retail place, and the lady, the sales lady, was saying to this lady, she was telling her that they've got this and this, and she said, do you want one? And she said, oh, that's okay. So then the lady said, okay, do you want one? And she said, that's okay. So then the lady goes, do you want one or not?
Yeah, yes or
because
no.
I didn't know. She didn't know. And I kept laughing because I thought I wouldn't have known either.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So then she said, yes, I want that. So that's okay. I mean, it was just funny communication. You know what I mean?
Because it could be, yeah, that's okay, or oh no, that's okay.
Yeah.
Like, how do you know?
Exactly.
Just say yes
that
or no.
was a verbal conversation.
Yeah.
So I can't even imagine if they were texting or emailing. You know what I mean, right?
I would take that's okay. I would have taken what the conversation that you were talking about to mean that she didn't want it. Like, that's okay. Like, no. Like, I pass.
Well, see, yes, and you could have gone that route. It was like there were so many ways to play this, because it was like, okay, if you go behind door number, I always do my doors behind door number 1. I mean, you could see it where, okay, just pass, and then behind door number 2, okay, I'll take that.
Yeah, check yes or no, please.
Yeah. I let me tell you, I wasn't gonna leave at this point. I had to watch this one.
Invested.
I love watching people. I had to see how this one was played out, and it was played out that she wanted the item.
Well, I think one thing that's good one thing I like is if I send somebody like an email asking for something, and maybe they're not able to get to it right away, whatever it is that I'm needing, I like it if the person responds back and says, I'm working on it. And then that way you know that, they're working on it, and you can let them be and let them work on it. And then a lot of times those same people will send me back a response then after they're finished and say, completed or done. And then that way it's like, okay, that's taken care of now. Whereas if they don't respond at all, then I'm the kind of person that will then, in an hour, probably send you another email.
But that's not wrong, because we know that emails sometimes don't. I mean, sometimes you don't get your emails. I mean, you know what I'm saying, they'll go to junk or something. So that's not, and I appreciate that. I tell people to stay with me. You know what I mean? Because I'm one of those that, like, there's a lot. I have a lot of emails. I have a lot of Facebook messages. I have a lot of text messages. You know what I mean? And I can't get to all of them right now.
No.
You know what I mean? And I try my best, but then stay with me. If you want me, write it. You know what I mean? Ride the tide. No, I mean, I appreciate that, Melissa. Shoot another email, you know?
I do too, because I got so many things going on. Most of the time, I might forget that one small
thing. Well, it could
thing.
get buried, you know? And you might not see it.
And the other thing that I found was there's a book, and it's called Simple Abundance, and I've never read it, but it's written by a Sarah Resnick, and she says that whatever we are waiting for, peace of mind, contentment, or grace, it will surely come to us, but only when we are ready to receive it with an open and grateful heart. So I thought that was also a nice way of phrasing it, that we have to be prepared to accept the positive and have the attitude to accept it.
I agree with that 100%. I think a lot of times people will take a compliment or maybe a gesture or if somebody does, anytime somebody takes, this is what I feel, time for you. You know what I mean? If somebody gives you time, you know what I mean, their time, which is very precious, or does a gesture or says something polite. A lot of times we just like, oh, okay, thank you, but are we really receiving it? You know what I mean? Are we really taking that in? You know what I mean? And that's something that I feel like that we really need to make sure we are doing to receive that, and it's good for our soul to feel that.
I agree.
And I think sometimes surface, we will, oh yeah, that's, like, oh, like, I like your shoes. Oh, thank you. You know what I mean? But really, that's really a compliment. I mean, you know what I mean? It could be you could go deeper, you know what I mean? With someone saying something very kind, and a lot of times maybe we're busy or something at the moment and we just don't take it in, but that's something I always like try to receive that. You know what I mean? I've really worked hard on that, and like when I'm with someone and they compliment them, I'll say, that really was very kind. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Did you, make sure you realize that they were really making you special. You know what I mean? And I think that's important.
Yeah.
And I did do some interviewing with some others from around the office and ask people what they think of as their blessings. And it seems like that a lot of people, I would say the majority of people, talked about that they were blessed by their family, their friendships, their faith, their church family, their relationship, with their God. And so I do feel that amongst all these different things that people said, that probably 90% had to do with their connections with other people were their blessings.
Well, I think that's, we were made to fellowship. So I think that's important. I mean, I'm not saying that, like, I think everybody has a different degree. Some people, do need that extra, that time, like quiet time or alone time. And you have to respect that, and that's fine. But you have others that want the, the more of the, let's hang out, or want somebody, with them. So I think, and again, everything needs to be respected. But I think that fellowship part, we were, that's our makeup. We were made like that.
I agree. And one of my favorite ones was a guy said, I am thankful every day for a chance meeting through work at 8:20 a.m. on 5/11/1990 that eventually led to my 32 plus years of marriage.
Oh my goodness. Wait.
That's so sweet.
That is. And then he remembers all of that?
Yes.
Wow.
But I thought that, and it said it was a chance meeting through work. So it was just like the right place, the right time, the right situation.
That's great. So now you need to interview her and see what her blessings are.
Putting her on the spot.
No, I know. No, but definitely she should feel blessed that she has him that remembers all of that.
Right.
Well,
actually, though, in our marriage, Jeff, he remembers like dates and things better than what I do.
I think that's kind of a superpower that some people have on that. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Well, and yes, and I have one like that too. Sometimes, and I'm like, oh, yes, I remember. You know it.
Yeah, I remember most things, but half the time I don't even know what day it is. I'm just trying to get by, dude.
I'll go back in the back office and be like, okay, what's the date today? And it might be 2 o'clock, and I don't know. It's like
I know, no, the struggle bus gets real. You get too much going on.
Yeah, I'm driving it.
Yeah, I'm definitely a passenger. Let me tell you. No, I think that's true, and I think that I think there's different people that, and I do think males. I think we don't give them enough credit on that. I think they've got those dates down sometimes. You know what I mean? They remember that stuff, and I think they can cook. I think they've got some superpowers that they hide sometimes.
I agree.
Yeah, I think they can. They're quite doing. They're good at a lot of great things, and I think they need to utilize that for sure. But dates are it's hard to remember some of those. Yeah.
I do though think that men definitely get a bad rap because Jeff is like, we're like partners. Whenever the kids were small and all throughout life, it's like he's always been there to help with whatever he needs to help with. And sometimes I think a lot of times I think he does more around the house and different things than what I do. And so I do think that a lot of times we give the husbands a bad name.
Well, I'm here to give them a good name and tell them to go. Feel free to cook, clean, remember dates, and all of that. That's fantastic. You know what I mean? That's great. Fill in the gaps, right?
Yeah.
Well, I think that's good for sure. And what a blessing, that we have that. Or, I think there's a lot of blessings that we have. And a lot of times, and it's crazy. And I go back, I always say this, stop and smell the roses. You go back to that. But like throughout your day, these little things, sometimes little things can happen that a lot of times we're so busy we overlook it. I'll tell you this. It was the year after my dad passed away, and so I was at the radio station, and I got a call from my daughter and said, "Are we going to go ahead and have cake today?" And I was like, "Cake? No, probably not." Just went ahead and I went on and I said, "I don't know, we'll see," or something like that. So I went on and I had several meetings going on, doing my stuff and everything. And actually, Dairy Queen called, and they said, "Becky, we have a cake that we want to give you." And it wasn't, and it hadn't, and my daughter had nothing to do with it. And she said, I had done some work for them, and they said, we want to give you a cake. And I was like, I can't make it today. I'll just stop by sometime this week and get one. And they were like, okay, that's fine. So then it was like 11 o'clock at night when I finally got home and was, and I realized I was supposed to have that cake today.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was like such an eye-opener that all of the signs were there, and I was supposed to do that, and it didn't happen. You know what I mean? I didn't get the cake. And so sometimes like that, little things like that throughout the day. And it was so odd for her to call and say, are we doing cake today? You know what I mean? And then she didn't have anything to do with Dairy Queen. You know what I'm saying? It was like a God thing that I was like completely being human and
just got busy.
Didn't even pay attention. Yeah.
I just think that we just are all so busy that it's just, there's no way that we can keep track of everything that we have going on anymore.
No, and a lot of times but I'm also though working, and of course, it's not done overnight because you have to change, you have to change behaviors. But I'm also trying my best to be where your feet are, be in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
To also take time, like if you're going to sit down to a meal, take that time. You know what I mean? We did my daughter's birthday meal yesterday, and it was 2 hours. And she goes, "Do you realize we've been?" I said, "I that's what I want to do. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just take time like that. Then I think that you just like stop and take time to if you see someone at the grocery store, at Walmart or whatever, if take the time to talk to them, find out how they're doing.
Yeah, because sometimes you always feel like you're in a hurry because our minds constantly think, oh, this needs done, so we rush through everything, and really, what's the point?
Yeah.
That stuff's going to be there tomorrow.
Exactly. Yeah.
I had heard somewhere that like people get so busy with trying to like take pictures to like be able to document things, and thinking of, oh, I need to take a picture of this and put it on Facebook, or I need to take a picture of this and put it on Instagram or TikTok or whatever that you're doing. And they said that a lot of times that like completely takes you out of the moment. It's like that you're not able to enjoy it as fully whenever you're just worried about like making sure it's documented.
Right.
I think sometimes that's the case because I can see that, get so caught up in posting and social media and stuff, but sometimes like I'll take a picture for Cameron to have later on in life, like just a quick, not all get together and take 35 minutes for a picture, but just quick things that he's doing or that I'm doing or that we're doing together, so later on he has those,
Yeah, I think, again, kind of like the balance, because I'm with you, because back, and Melissa, you and I, that we didn't have all of the, it was harder, you had to get the film, go get it developed, you know what I mean, we didn't have all that, so that's where I think I feel like it's a blessing that we do have, now I'll probably, if I'm going to post something, I'll wait till after the event,
right,
you know what I mean, but I do want to capture, because it's important, because I don't have a lot of photos of my past. You know what I mean?
Me either.
And so I really want to catch those memories of my girls and grandkids.
Yeah.
That's probably where I get a little bit. But I have been, trying to just, but I get excited not for the, to actually, I just get excited, and I want them to see how cute they are. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they're going to grow up quickly, and funny things that they say. But I've got one that sings Jolene. And I had to film that,
Yeah.
But I think the thing that you have to do though is not do it. I guess excessive. You know what I mean? You kind of got to have moderation. You know what I mean, right?
And more like my generation and younger generations are all about social media.
Yeah.
Like if you take a picture, it doesn't have to be posted right now. You can take the picture and set your phone down. So I think it's just doing it in moderation and at the right time.
Right.
I know though that there's been times that I've been places and I've made myself set my phone down and quit taking pictures because it's like you're losing out on conversations with people, or actually spending time with one another and enjoying having each other's company and different things like that, rather than just setting and trying to capture all the pictures of the moment.
Oh yeah.
Well, and then that happens too. Like when you're with someone, and they're on their phone. That's to me and I'm not talking about just taking photos. I'm talking about texting
Constantly.
other people, or you know what I mean, or doing. That's where I have a little bit of put that phone down.
Yeah. Like if we're out to dinner and you're on your phone the whole time, and I'm trying to talk to you, and you're just blankly there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually have Melissa. Aaron can see it. I have it in my studio here. It says, "Turn off your phones and enjoy the show."
Yep.
Yeah. So sometimes we have to do that, just set those phones down, and and I feel like that they actually give you almost an anxiety. I don't have anxiety normally, but they give you that if someone texts you, then you feel like you have to text them right now.
Yeah.
And then if you don't, then then you feel guilty or something. But that's like what we talked about, sending the like, I'll send a lot of times if I'm thinking, or if I have to look up the date, like someone will ask me, will you be available? I'll send like a thanking, we'll get back with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think that like being on your phone for work maybe, or on your computer for work is different, but in your personal experiences you should just try to be in the moment. Right. But sometimes it's hard too, because sometimes work's bombarding you, or something really important is trying to call, or so sometimes it's hard to find a balance between being in the moment and working, or
Erin's on call a lot, Melissa. Yeah. So.
Because sometimes my family doesn't understand, if work calls, they're like, it's Saturday, like, it doesn't matter, somebody needs help, I can't just leave them.
and I'm the same way, because I'm 7 days a week here, so, like, I do, I tell anybody, anytime, any day,
Yeah.
I'm the same way, Erin, but you do have to have boundaries in the fact of saying,
oh, yeah.
A little bit, I understand that.
Yeah.
And I know that, like, I know Jeff is, like, sometimes, like, if I'm, like, on my phone just kind of looking at Facebook and just looking at things that don't really impact me or whatever, Jeff will be like, okay, time to put the phone up. And he'll take my phone and put it in, like, the kitchen and put it on its charger. And it's like, we need to just sit here and, like, if we're watching a movie or something, he goes, you need to just sit here and not be on that phone, because he hates it that I'm on the phone if I'm on there too much.
I think I absolutely do that too sometimes, like scroll on Facebook or play a game on my phone just when I'm just hanging out, Not so much with family, but if I'm just kind of sitting at home, I just absolutely do that. And sometimes I don't even think about doing that, and then I'm like, what the heck are you doing? Put your phone down,
Yeah. Exactly. I think it's something. This is good food for thought, good reminders, just to remind us during the holiday season. When you go to those holiday parties or go to somebody's house for to visit or whatever, just be in the moment, be in that present there.
Yeah.
Presence.
I agree.
And I think we all are guilty of it. I don't think anybody, is not guilty of it this day. And I think it's just changed the way we do things, but also I think that we have the power though to change it, not, to take a little bit back.
And a lot of people are saying too, like, being on your phone all the time is bad for your mental health, not just, for you being in the moment or what have you, that it's bad for you because it's constantly, you're comparing yourself to everyone else and things that you want, and instead of just living, and being thankful for what you have at home and who's around you.
Yeah. I agree completely with that. And I think too that they say that, like, as soon as you get up, as soon as you wake up, a lot of times people look right at their phone to see, like messages or what's going on, and they say not to do that.
Yeah, it's very hard.
What did I miss?
Yeah.
In my sleeping time, in my slumber, what happened?
And usually it's nothing.
Nothing happened.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Melissa, do you have any other blessings that to talk about then on that? Or
I did think that one of the others was really a good one, and she says, I know this sounds wild, but it's true. I am so thankful I can now brush all my hair at one time without pain. I'm beyond thankful for this life, because she had an issue with her arm and had gotten surgery and had corrected that, and so she was able to find that one of the things that she had a blessing on was brushing her hair without pain that she had been having so much of.
Well, that's a huge blessing. Yeah. Yeah, things like that. Yes.
We take it for granted and don't even know it.
Absolutely. And just like your vehicle starting of a morning, your heat coming on,
Yeah.
all of the stuff we take for granted.
We talked about that just last week or the week before that, having running water and heat and electric and everything that we have, we don't even realize is a blessing for us because some people don't have that. We take everything for granted, really.
Yeah.
Well, one of the other people, that's what they had said, I am thankful for my Lord Jesus Christ. Without him, I am nothing. I am thankful for a good husband, wonderful children. I could go on and on. In today's world, I have a job, a roof over my head, and food on my table, and that is such a blessing.
Yeah, I agree.
It really is.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's good food for thought. And I think too, we talk about, to everybody, when you say count your blessings or your blessings, it's all individual. Everybody, has different feelings on their blessings and what they feel, is important to them, or what they feel like they're being very blessed in. But a lot of times during this time of year, getting closer to Christmas, we know the holidays, it's not always, the happiest, and sometimes it's hard to see all those blessings sometimes when other things can take precedence.
Right.
And I think too that we talked about this too. Just to for talking with some people, and I know you have the Serenity now up in Bedford, but we really have places. We don't have very many places that people that need just to talk or fellowship with. We don't have very many facilities like that.
Yeah, that's true. I know that one of the people that wrote that said their blessings. They said that they are thankful for people who say hello in the grocery store, and they're an older person that had made that comment. But sometimes just the grocery store is could be the only time that some people really see people. Some of the people that live alone or don't have family close by. That's kind of their social time as well as getting their groceries.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah. Well, I'm glad to hear that because I'm one of those. I do always say hi.
Me too.
I like that. You know what I mean? Well, and I feel like you're in a community and we're all living in the same fishbowl here. And there are sometimes other people that come in our fishbowl, which is fine. Mm-hmm. But I always feel like that we should smile and say hi, or if you want to talk and say how are you doing, or what's new, or I think those are great opportunities to do that.
I agree. I think I just think it was good. It kind of opened your eyes that was actually one of the things that they counted as a blessing, was someone saying hello. So just smiling at someone and saying good morning, how are you, some people, that might be their main interaction of the week.
That's true. That is true. I think of it as a blessing, too, like when you have your arms or your hands, completely full with stuff, and somebody notices. I think that's what I really like, when someone notices and they'll grab the door for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think, and especially if you're or even if you're somewhere, I always like it if you're going into, even going into the mall or something, and a teenager, will hold the door open for you. I always like things like that because I'm they're learning from a young age to be courteous and nice.
Yeah. I think, and I think that's very important, and those are things that we don't want to lose. We definitely need to make sure we hold on to them, those kind of things. But I think being aware of your surroundings and seeing, when someone needs help, or if somebody drops something, or to help them pick it up, or if they leave something behind, make sure they get it. There's so many things that we can do, and then whenever, if I feel like if you leave your phone somewhere or something and you come back and there it sits, or if someone finds it and turns it in, and it comes back to you, I feel like that's a blessing. I feel like there's a lot of blessings, that go out through the day.
Well, I know I've told this story before, but Jeff one time was at Walmart, got $40 cash, and left it. He got busy and just left it. And so the next day we were back again, and he said, would you go up to the service desk and ask? He goes, it's a long shot. And so I had my receipt and showed them. They they had a drawer, opened it up, handed me the $40. And I said, so does that happen very often? Because I was just amazed that somebody gave back the $40. And they said, oh, it happens all the time. And they have just like a drawer where, you have to show your receipt and things. You can't just say, I lost $40. But they said that most people do turn it back in.
Oh, what a blessing.
Yeah.
Isn't that good?
Yeah.
That's good. Those are good positives today to know, And a lot of times we focus on that negative, but look at all these positive. There's a lot of great positive people and good people, for sure.
Yeah, if or Hoosier Uplands, if anyone, has any needs over, with it being the holiday season and things, I know that, sometimes things come up and you're not sure who can help you out with a certain issue. If you give us a call at 812-849-4447, we can we can either point you to our department that can help, like home health or hospice, or weatherization, energy assistance. We have so many different programs that we help people out with. And if we're not able to help the person out, we usually know someone that we can put them in touch with that can help in a certain area.
Yeah, you have great resources. So, and what a blessing for that, to help out communities, and you guys do a wonderful job. And I'm a huge fan of Hoosier Uplands, and I love the helping out and everything. And so Melissa, okay, so we've got your favorite. I think one of your favorite Christmas songs is White Christmas, right?
I do like White Christmas. Yes, I do.
Would that be your favorite?
Yeah, I would say either that or Mary Did You Know.
I don't know that one. Mary, Did You Know?
It's CeeLo Green.
That one.
It's a song?
Yeah.
Wait, or is it? I know the song, but are you talking about the movie? I was like, oh, okay.
Oh, the movie. I thought we were talking about songs.
Oh, did I say song?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Wait, duh. Okay, open mouth, insert too vigorously. Sorry. Okay, hang on. Okay, I was talking movie. On the movies. Let's talk movies first. So, White Christmas.
Please, yes. I love White Christmas.
Okay. Now.
As a serious, it's serious, but it's also funny.
Yeah.
But then I also like Elf. I like the movie Elf.
Did you not? Yeah. Yeah. Son of a nutcracker.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, yeah. And then what about, song, you said Mary Did You Know?
Yeah.
I love that too. Yeah. Have you heard the Kenny Rogers version? He does such a good job.
I actually have, yes.
Yeah, I think I'm really impressed that Aaron's heard
Yeah.
that. You have a certain artist that you like singing it? Melissa?
To me?
Yeah.
I like CeeLo Green.
Yeah. Yeah. Very good. All right, and then as far as like the foods, what's your favorite like Christmas food? Like, will you be having fruit cake? Will you be having?
I like the old time. They're peanut. Well, they're called potato candy. Have you ever had that? That's like they're like log rolls. Like you make them out of potatoes, and then you put peanut butter, and then roll them up in a little log.
What she's talking about, Aaron's like looking at me. No, Aaron, these are delicious.
It sounds
My grandmother
awful.
used to make them. Oh no, they're rich and they're so good.
Potatoes and
It's basically just a potato. I know this sounds really weird.
No, but it's so good.
Like a potato, confectionery sugar, and some water, and that's pretty much all it is, and peanut butter.
Yeah.
I don't know, guys.
No, it's a game changer. It's really good. Melissa in it. It's so good.
And our granddaughter Maddie, she loves it. And my mom, that's what my mom used to always make, and that and peanut butter balls. Like you dip the balls of peanut butter into chocolate.
Buckeyes.
Yeah, Buckeyes are, have mercy.
Potato candy, it's really good.
Yeah, it is. I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's hilarious. I love
It
that
doesn't
too.
like it would be, but I swear it's good.
Yeah, Melissa will not steer us wrong here. Well, Melissa, and so you have safe travels, whatever you're doing this holiday season, and we want to wish you a very Merry Christmas, and you're definitely always in my thoughts for sure. And I want you to know you and your family are a beautiful family, and we appreciate your friendship here at WSLM and all that Hoosier Uplands does too. We appreciate all that they do for the community, and you guys are rock stars there.
Thank you very much, and thanks for having me on this Monday morning.
All right. Well, have a beautiful day. Best day ever, Melissa. Merry Christmas.
Christmas.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye. All right, so Melissa Jeremiah from Hoosier Uplands. And Hoosier Uplands, they do so much, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you know, again, like if they don't offer the service, then call them and they'll hook you into it. And you know, we talk about that a lot, Erin, this time of year. You know, with mental and health, you know, just making sure. And there's just not a lot of places to go, people to talk to. You know, there's just not. And I think the people that do are overwhelmed. There's so many
Right.
caseloads to do. You know, so
it's hard to get in.
yeah, very hard. So anyway, but I do think to stop and count your blessings and to realize what all we have, right?
Right.
A huge blessing. So what's your favorite song? What's your favorite Christmas song?
I don't really have one.
I knew.
I hate Christmas music.
I cannot get that one. Who says that stuff? I cannot understand. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I am like, okay, not at all. Even as it were you used to, and then you just changed, or just forever, always been like this?
I think I've always been Wednesday Addams, you know.
That's hilarious. That is so funny. That's great. That's funny. It's funny to me because it's so odd.
I probably sound so negative. You know, if you know me, I'm not a super negative person.
No.
I'm just not like.
That's just not your thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, because I'm just the opposite.
Yeah.
I'm in for it all. You know what I mean? Yeah. Bring it on.
Yeah.
Can't get enough. You know, head to toe, right here. You know what I mean? Wearing out all of my stuff. I got Grinch on today. I've got so much stuff. You know what I mean? And,
Yeah.
Yeah, and I've just been and the Grinch has been so popular this year. Have you noticed how many Grinches we have had?
Yeah.
Throughout. I mean, have you not seen the costumes and stuff? It's like crazy.
Yeah, my nephew, we had the Grinch at Meadowview, and then my nephew come over this weekend, and he said, "Look, E, I'm the Grinch," and he had a hat with like the long ears on it, and he had the Grinch and a Grinch blanket, and
Oh my
I don't know
God.
what happened. He just popped off this year.
Yeah, no, I don't think I've ever seen the Grinch so many places. You know what I mean?
I'm kind of loving it, you know.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of like okay.
Yeah.
But if you remember the end of the show, Aaron,
Yeah, he
his
starts
heart
to-
grows. Okay,
Yeah.
he comes on.
But I don't disagree with just liking your dog and being at home, you know.
Hey, not a bad gig, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, not a bad gig, but you know, you do have to. Yeah, I love Max. I think I think the dog is just so hilarious. Yeah,
Mhm.
so I like that, and I love Miracle on 34th Street. I love White Christmas, and I love Wonderful Life. It's probably my favorite, Wonderful Life.
I do like that Elf movie too.
And the Elf, yeah, you
Yeah,
can't go
it's
wrong with
funny.
that. Yeah, and there were so many parts of that filming that he just did his own thing in New York.
Yeah.
They didn't even these were not actors.
He's hilarious.
Well, you know it. Yeah, just traveling, and they said they just put a camera and followed him down through New York. You know what I mean? I'm like, that would be so much fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would love to be that camera person. I'd probably the camera would be bouncing because I'd be laughing.
Yeah.
If I had it on my shoulder or something, you know what I mean, or whatever, I would be laughing so hard.
Oh, me too.
Yeah. Yeah. But a lot of that he just did on his own, and they said that gum was already there. You know when he does
Ew.
yeah, I know.
That's disgusting.
Disgusting. I know. Yeah. But I always, after I watch it though, I always want to have that spaghetti with syrup. I always want to try it.
Oh.
I know. Doesn't it look gross? But
Yeah.
does it make you at all want to try that?
No.
No. Makes me just want to try it. I don't know why, for some reason. You know what I mean? Now I don't want all of the Pop-Tarts and all that other stuff on there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But just for some reason, I want to try it. Yeah.
I don't like spaghetti or syrup.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't. A little fun fact. I did not know that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well. Okay.
sound like such a picky person.
You do.
I know.
Aaron, oh my
And I'm
goodness.
not at all. I'll basically eat anything or watch anything. I really don't care.
Yeah,
But
So do you have so you really don't have a favorite Christmas song then either, do you?
Mm-mm.
Is there favorite Christmas food? Candy or cookies or pies, cakes?
Not really, but I do like the Christmas coffee creamers. Like one year they had the elf creamers and the caramel waffle cookie or whatever. It was so good.
Yeah.
But I don't have like a favorite Christmas. I like all of it really.
Yeah.
I'm not picky.
Right. They have those creamers for the coffees. Those are like a game changer.
Yeah,
Those are good.
they're delicious. Yeah.
Yeah, they have some really good ones, like from peppermint to
Sugar cookie.
Oh, the sugar cookie. Have mercy.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah. Yeah. And I drink my coffee black, but then like every now and then like I'll do the yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of like my treat, right? Yeah. Those are nice though. Well, so at Meadowview, have you already had your Christmas parties or? And I think either Salem Crossing or Meadowview, you guys were taking a group up to the parade the other night. Did you go, or was it? There was a little bit of rain that was starting. I wondered if.
I'm not sure if they
Okay.
went or not.
Okay.
Usually activities kind of does
Okay,
that
that's
thing.
right.
So yeah.
I think with Salem Crossing, Holly said they were going to try to get up there.
I'm
but
sure.
But I
I'm
wondered,
sure.
yeah. But I wondered if the rain, you know what I mean? Because it was, it
Mhm.
kind of started drizzling just a little bit.
Right.
A little bit of rain, yeah. But you know, I just didn't know. So, but as far as Meadowview, have you guys worked on your Christmas party and everything, getting ready for that?
Oh
for
yeah,
Christmas for the residents?
they're ready for it, and we had the Grinch visit last week, and Santa came, and
Aw.
so we're in full Christmas mode.
I
and,
love that.
You know, we're decorating the hallways, and so.
Yeah, it looked really nice. I was up
Yeah.
there. Yeah, it looks really cute, really good. What about the like the presents? Have you got enough presents for everybody? Are there gifts, or do anybody need donations, or how's everything going?
We always take donations because we have so many, you know, and we try to make sure each resident has a gift. So
Right.
any
Like
donations are.
socks. I was trying to think like a lap blanket, blankets.
Yeah,
Socks.
that's the big thing, like blankets and socks, pajamas are really good, even house shoes with grip on them,
Yes,
you know.
with the grips. Yes. Yes.
Things like that that they can wear or use every day are great. Shampoo, conditioner, body wash, you know, just small things are great.
Well, and then like candy,
Yeah.
but if you get candy, also try to remember the sugar-free candy too.
Yeah,
'cause you have some-
and some people can't have the hard candy and
Oh, yeah.
and things like that.
Yeah.
So
So personal items, something you know,
Mhm.
like a hygiene or something, you know,
Mhm.
perfume or maybe cologne or something
Yeah.
too. You know,
lotion, anything, yeah.
brush, you know,
Mhm.
new brushes and stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah, just about anything. you
Yeah.
know. Well, I think that's a blessing too. So
Yeah.
when will you have that? Will that be this week, or have you already had it, or you're?
It'll
or-
be
well,
this week,
This
yeah.
week. I mean,
Mhm.
you haven't had it yet. Yeah, right. Well, everything looks beautiful up there, and Aaron, I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. Do you realize a week from today we'll be having Christmas?
Mhm.
Isn't that crazy?
It is crazy.
Ah!
I mean, the year's almost over.
I know. So what are we at? 7 shopping days, and for those woodcutters out there, 7 chopping days. So
Yep.
chop away or chop away. So
Mhm.
yeah. And I think that another thing too, that when you're shopping or chopping or whatever you're doing, be in a good mood. You know, try to be, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
pleasant. You know what I mean, in the moment, like, you know.
I do most of mine online.
Well, still try to be happy.
Yeah.
When you sit over there and you're on your phone doing all those little
Yeah.
orders, be happy, right?
Oh, I'm always super excited, and I have a terrible time keeping a secret on. So I'm like, I got you a gift. You want to know what it is? You know.
Oh, Aaron,
I'm terrible.
I love
so
that.
terrible.
Oh, I love that. Though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are the best. Whenever the person tells. You
Yeah.
know? Yeah.
I'm trying really hard to do better about it, but
Working on myself every
yeah.
day. That's what
yeah.
I say.
It's not going good.
I am a work in progress.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. Well, I always tell my kids, this is my first time at life too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm doing the best I can do. You
Give
know
me
what I mean?
a break.
That's right. I will put a disclaimer that I am not got it all together for sure.
No,
I
me
work very
either.
hard, but I'm not, for sure. But well, Aaron, I want to wish you a very Merry Christmas, and
You as well.
you and your family, a beautiful family, and I hope Cameron gets everything he wants. I'm sure he'll be up early, and
Oh man, yeah.
I bet he will
He'll be ready to go.
You know it. I love that so much. He's adorable. Well, Merry Christmas to you.
You too.
Thank you so much. All right, and let's thank our sponsors this morning.
We have Meadowview Healthcare, Walmart, Salem Crossing, Hoosier Uplands, Americans for Prosperity, Mama Rosa's, Fox Pirelli Wealth Management, Dr. Black's Eye Associates, and Leader One Financial.
All right, everyone have the best day ever. Thanks, Aaron.
Let branch manager Autumn Scott Hall and her staff at Salem's Leader One Financial Office on the public square help you live your best dream with just the right financing. Autumn and Camissa are licensed for all FHA, VA, USDA, conventional, and jumbo mortgage programs. Whether you're a first-time home buyer, seasoned real estate investor, or simply looking for refinancing options, Autumn's team will help you and ensure you receive the right mortgage for your unique financial situation at a competitive and fair price. They'll communicate with you all the information you need to know when you need to know it, while offering the best mortgage loans for your financing needs. Call today to get started, 812-883-0670, or stop in and see Autumn or Camissa today at 18 Public Square, Suite A in Salem. We're ready to open the door to home ownership for you.
Turning Point Church in Scottsburg is a church of second chances and new beginnings and has something for everyone and every age. Showers for those in need are going to be available on Wednesdays from 5:30 to 6:15. Food will also be available afterwards. If you're in need of more than a meal, Turning Point has food giveaways twice a month. Coming up in December, they'll have December the 11th and December the 18th from 11 to 1 p.m. or until the food runs out. Turning Point Church is located at 899 West McLean Avenue in Scottsburg. For more information, contact Pastor John Jackson at 812-752-7857 or find the church's Facebook page online.
Indiana's going to win it, and they have won it!
5 times national champions, 22 conference championships,
3 on the way, yes!
17 Big Ten Players of the Year,
Throws up a shot, high, hit it again!
7 Basketball Hall of Famers, and countless memories on the court.
Trace puts it up, oh, he got it! What a spin move!
This is Indiana Hoosiers basketball.
When I first joined the board at Papa John's, I brought some big ideas.
We're gonna need more pepperoni.
But my biggest idea, the Shakaroni pizza.
Make it bigger, make it bigger. More is better.
It's extra large with extra cheese and covered in more than 60 pepperonis.
When I say handful of pepperoni, I mean my handful.
What makes Shakaroni huge is that Papa John's donates $1 from every pizza to the Papa John's Foundation.
1, 2, 3, Shakaroni!
Pizza gets bigger when you Shakaroni.
Only at Papa John's.
The new Shakaroni is available at your Salem Papa John's for a limited time, starting at only $13.99. Call today at 812-883-3369 or order on your Papa John's app. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
Introduce your family and friends to one of Salem's oldest traditions, home cooking from Mama Rosa's in Salem. Whether you're getting that one-of-a-kind tasting pizza, baked spaghetti, hot sandwiches, or a variety of other Italian food and artisan pizzas, Mama Rosa's has something for everyone. Open Tuesday through Thursday 4 to 9 for dining and carry-out, Fridays and Saturdays from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. and Sundays from 11 to 9. Mama Rosa's brings their famous pizza buffet to you on Fridays from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. for just $10.99. Choose from a wide variety of pizzas, homemade soups, and a large salad bar with their homemade potato salad, slaw, and desserts. Then come back for Friday night's home-style buffet from 4:30 to 8 or 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Sundays for $12.99, where you'll find a variety of good home-cooked foods. Stop in and see Joanne and her family at Mama Rosa's and make some new memories or relive your childhood with that one-of-a-kind taste. Dine in or call 812-883-6296 to take the great taste of Mama Rosa's pizza home with you.
Caring people make the difference. You can feel it the minute you walk into Salem Crossing. The experts in long-term care, not just doing a job, but following a calling. They're here to help you and your family find answers and solutions and peace of mind. In fact, they become an extension of your family. For more information about Salem Crossing, visit ASCSSeniorCare.com or call 812-883-1877. That's 812-883-1877.
American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning is built to a higher standard, so you can focus on the problems in your life that actually matter, like the stair that only creaks when everyone else in the house is asleep. American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, built to...
Christmas. It's the best time of the year. I don't know, I think they're kinda slow, but they're full of cheer. Have a Rick and Bubba Christmas, and when you walk down the street, tell the folks about these two yokes that make your day complete. Oh, my radio is always tuned right in. Oops, I missed another laugh. Crank it up to 10. Have a Rick and Bubba Christmas. Fill your holidays with cheer. Wake up quick and have a Rick and Bubba Christmas this year.
7 minutes past the hour. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Rick and Bubba Show. The number is 629-932-3244. It's a Cook's Pest Control Best Of Show. Well, Coach Burgess, of course, has been a topic of conversation the last week and a half or so. And as the guys were going for their Christmas and New Year's vacation back, Lord willing, on January the 3rd, we had mentioned that we would try to do an hour dedicated to Coach Burgess. There's so many bits out there. To be honest with you, you can't get them all in. And there was only a handful that was just dedicated to him. A lot of the best of bits, conversations about him are kind of hidden inside that moment where Rick refers or Greg refers to him and growing up or whatever. But there's a few that have actually made the best of CD and has to do with Coach Burgess, how they were raised or on a trip with him or whatever. And we'll start this hour with one that is actually on a best of CD. It is on I don't think we've got the tools to pull this off. That's a quote from one Greg Burgess. And it has to do when Rick, I believe, took his family to the beach, took his parents to the beach, and they were going to go out to eat. And this has been heavily requested. Now, this is when Rick was having vocal cord problems, so you'll hear him, it sounds like don't like this. And that's because he is. But it is a great bit. Take a listen to this best of
We were headed to go eat at a restaurant that my mother thought was a little too upscale for a hat. Because my dad wears a hat all the time.
Right.
So he's got the Rick and Bubba hat on. He's got a red golf shirt and some shorts. And he says, well, honey, we're at the beach. Nobody cares what you got on at any restaurant. And I was airing to him. I said, Mom, we all have on like khaki shorts and shirts. And I mean, it's a pretty nice